That's beautiful.
This is just a payoff. I'm about to drink some champagne and have fun and just make sure that next year I'm in the building as a nominee and a winner. And a winner!
I love Lizzo because she's just so genuinely confident.
Pop singer, rapper, body positivity icon. Lizzo is an American superstar whose feel-good music has captured a mass following.
I can sit up and say, oh, I make self-love music. That don't mean shit unless somebody actually learns to love themselves while playing your song.
With lyrics talking about race, sexuality, and body confidence, she has garnered fans worldwide and keeps hitting the top of the charts.
For me, it was really cool to be like, oh, I was impactful. Not only did I put out a good album, but I really showed the world who I was this year, and the world really fell in love with who that person was. Real fucking music that moves people is back, bitch. It's back, bitch.
Before making her mark in rap and pop, the 3-time Grammy Award winner was on track to become an orchestral flutist. Even after changing musical direction, Lizzo has continued to play the flute. Her journey from classical to rap to #1 Billboard artist and her difficult metamorphosis after stepping into her power and confidence are nothing short of inspiring.
The rules that I enjoy breaking, I mean, I just feel like everything I do kind of breaks the rules because we had like 5 of them, you know, and I don't exist within any of those parameters, so I am the broken rule. I don't care what people appreciate about me. I appreciate myself. I mean, we think we're being ourselves, you know, but we're actually being programmed to try and be something else or try to fit into a mold or, you know, subscribe to a brand or, you know. I think once we realize that this person that we've been trying to be, but we couldn't actually achieve was not even us, and that the true us, you don't even have to try, I think that's the moment of liberation for me.
What the fuck are fucking feelings, yo? Once upon a time I was a hoe. I don't even want a hoe no more. Got you something from the liquor store.
After years of performing under the radar, finally in 2019, Lizzo became a household name. Her release, 'Cause I Love You, became a highly successful album which put her in the mainstream and in which she demonstrated her full vocal abilities. The record was partly inspired by Lizzo's relationship heartbreak and had it all: ballads, compelling rap, and pop songs. When the tour for the album sold out, Lizzo scheduled more dates. The singles Juice and Tempo, a collaboration with her idol, Missy Elliott, were both hits.
Juice is my fastest growing song that I've had. It hit 1 million streams and 1 million views in less than a week. All of my songs are just getting to 1 million. They came out in 2016, so I was kind of scared. I was like, whoa, this has never happened before, but we're really buckling up for the roller coaster ride. But yeah, I got the album April 19th, Coachella in April, and the tour coming up. I got a song with Missy Elliott. It's finally out, so I'm just so excited. The song's not out, but the secret's out. So I'm just here to, reap all the blessings God has for me.
Missy Elliott would say, Lizzo's music is empowering, liberating, and fun, with a side order of ratchet sauce. She shows the world what strength and perseverance look like.
If you got a big, let me hurt you. Find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, we celebrating Missy Elliott today, y'all. Make some noise. Woo! I only have one thing to say to Hollywood Boulevard. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are the brightest star in the universe, Missy. I don't have the history that they have with you, but I've watched you my entire life. I didn't prepare anything today because I thought I was just coming to hang out, and now I'm about to cry. So, I watched you my entire life, and I saw a superstar in you, but I also saw myself. And I'd never seen myself before. And you lived so boldly and so beautifully and so unapologetically and so out loud. You have no idea what you have done for so many black girls. I just want to say that right now. Sheesh. We don't deserve you. We don't deserve Missy Elliott, and still you continue to give to us. You've given and given and given with your heart, your genius. Let me just drop some words. Genius, icon, queen of hip hop, visionary. Oh, come on!
'Cause I Love You soon peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 albums chart, and its success worked its magic on some of Lizzo's previous unsuccessful releases. In August 2019, Coconut Oil appeared on the Billboard 200, while Truth Hurts reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it the longest-running number 1 by a solo female rap artist. Lizzo declared the moment as a cicatrix for anyone who has ever been marginalized for their identity. When she appeared on the album's cover wearing nothing but a wig, she caused controversy. But she also projected the image of a fearless, free, and confident woman. When she was in her early 20s, Lizzo started to embrace her body, realizing that her vulnerability was, in fact, her greatest strength. Growing up, Lizzo didn't see herself represented in magazines, so she dedicated herself to helping women accept and love their bodies in the same way that she does, even though she knows it comes with time. The pop star's commitment to owning her physique and celebrating it has offered a revolution in confidence felt by anyone that her celebrity has reached. But after years of identifying with the notion, Lizzo is ready to take it a step further. Body positivity only exists because body negativity is the norm, she stated. She hopes acceptance of all kinds of bodies will eventually be normalized and expand beyond entertainment. She also prefers the term positivity alone instead of body positivity, a term she said has been too commercialized. She encourages her followers to use the body positive movement to empower themselves and remember to enjoy living in their bodies.
Why men great till they gotta be great? Woo! I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You coulda had a bad bitch, not committal.
Truth Hurts gained popularity on TikTok and after being used on the Netflix rom-com Someone Great. Additionally, a super deluxe version of the album that included Good as Hell appeared. The song peaked at number 3 on the Hot 100 and reached the top 10 of the UK singles chart.
Now help me sing this song. 1, 2, 3. If we don't love you. Out the door.
On top of all her musical accomplishments, she also lent her voice to the animated film Ugly Dolls and appeared in the movie Hustlers. The director explained her decision to cast Lizzo and Cardi B instead of traditional actors, more in search of characters that would naturally be great at timing and rhythm and would show off their personalities. In 2019, she wowed the Met Gala in an epic pink look and received a standing ovation from Rihanna and others after singing Truth Hurts at the BET Awards.
This is an incredible experience right here. This shit, the connectivity in this room, the energy in this room. Fuck any of that other bullshit. People be like, LA industry parties don't got no life. This motherfucking room has so much life and love, and it's jumping. And that's how you motherfucking know real fucking music that moves people is back, bitch. It's back, bitch.
In January 2020, Lizzo received 8 Grammy nominations at the 62nd Grammy Awards and became that year's most nominated artist. Her awards included Record and Song of the Year, as well as Best Pop Solo Performance for Truth Hurts. Eccentric, loud, fun, effervescent, and now a force in the music world, Lizzo was, however, not an overnight success. She was once a regular little girl.
I want to thank you so much for helping me in my career, and I never in a million years thought I would ever meet you, and not only did I get to meet you, we worked in the studio together. I said, oh my God, thank you for making my dreams come true, Missy. You have no idea what you mean to all of us. We love you, we celebrate you, God bless you. This is more than deserved. And let us continue to celebrate all of your accomplishments and all of your influence forever. We love you so much, Missy. Congratulations. You're welcome. No.
Born Melissa Vivian Jefferson in Detroit, Michigan on April 27, 1988, Lizzo grew up with 2 other siblings in a deeply religious household. Her parents were middle-class entrepreneurs running their own businesses. They were heavily involved in their church and encouraged their daughter to perform gospel music at a young age. Lizzo and her 2 sisters were left to entertain themselves most of the time, so she turned to music. Everyone in her family was an avid music lover, and her parents listened to Elton John, Queen, and Stevie Wonder. But no one belonged to the entertainment industry. Growing up in this environment had a positive impact on Lizzo, and being part of church choirs influenced her music too. When she was 9 years old, she moved to Houston, Texas with her family. Later on, she named Destiny's Child and Missy Elliott as the strong women who empowered and inspired her. At age 10, Lizzo started playing the flute, an instrument she became devoted to, and eventually played in her school marching band. Though the flute was her focus, she also began writing rhymes as a teenager and rapping, forming the group Cornrow Clique with her friends when she was 14. Around this time, she picked up the name Lizzo, a cross between Lissa and Jay-Z's song Izzo. Lizzo later revealed that when she was younger, she used to call into a local Houston radio station and freestyle rap in order to win competitions and show off her abilities. After high school, Lizzo's flute skills resulted in a scholarship to the University of Houston in 2005, where she studied classical flute performance. She initially planned to continue her studies at the Paris Conservatory and eventually play in concert halls. While in college, Lizzo continued to rap and perform in shows in addition to hours of flute practice. But by her junior year, she dropped out of school before completing her bachelor's degree to focus on making a name in the music industry. There, she had no backup plans but to make it in entertainment. Lizzo joined a prog rock band, the Ellipses, in which she sang and sometimes played her flute. When Lizzo was 21, her father passed away. The two had been close, and it was a devastating loss. This year would be the worst year of her life. After her father's death, Lizzo's family had relocated to Denver, so she was on her own with no place to sleep as she tried to launch her career in Houston. She was drinking a lot, had no money, slept in her car, and she showered at the gym. Her mother and older siblings were always available to take her in, but it was a choice she made. She eventually became fed up with this lifestyle, left the band, and joined her mother back in Denver. Following a brief stop there, looking for a fresh start, Lizzo moved to Minneapolis in 2011 with Larva Inc. in order to be part of the city's blossoming music scene. The group was well received there and earned encouragement from the press. It was here that Lizzo finally found some stable ground. For the next few years, she started bands like Girl Party and The Chalice, an all-female music trio. The group released their debut album, We Are a Chalice, in 2012. Without a recording label, the indie album was a sleeper hit locally, but it still elevated Lizzo's profile and reputation. The success brought setbacks, though, and she ended up going solo. Creatively drained from writing, Lizzo experienced her first major writer's block. She began listening to several different albums, hoping to find inspiration. It was Lava Bangers, an instrumental mixtape that cured her writer's block. She claimed the beats revived her gospel roots and began writing again, finally reaching out to music producer Laserbeak, not thinking anything would come of it. But Laserbeak was impressed with Lizzo, and he signed her on to work with her. After gaining some attention and collaborating with Laserbeak and Ryan Olsen, Lizzo released her first album, Lizzo Bangers, in 2013 on an independent label just 2 years after her relocation to Minneapolis. Featuring 14 songs, Lizzo Bangers reflected her upbringing and her years in Minneapolis' hip-hop and indie music scenes. And as time went on, her style became more wide-ranging and melodic. The album's gritty sound was a major critical and commercial success, earning Lizzo local and national acclaim, and she toured the US and the UK after its release. She was also named one of the artists to look forward to in 2014 by Time magazine. The launch of her career resulted in collaboration offers from other established musicians. While living in Minneapolis, Lizzo was encouraged by rock icon Prince. She appeared as a feature artist on his album Plectrum Electrum and performed at his parties. To be embraced by Prince, I am eternally grateful for that, she said in 2020. She also made a number of guest appearances on tracks by Clean Bandit, Bastille, and Sean Anonymous and DJ Name. following the success of her debut studio album and her promotional tour, she started working on her sophomore album in 2013. She then worked with Laserbeak again to produce her second album, Big Girl, Small World, which arrived in 2015 and included the song Batches and Cookies. The set of 12 songs borrowed from classic and contemporary hip-hop and R&B. The album's widespread praise led to a deal with renowned Atlantic Records. Many of her songs were about her personal experience and the stigma related to being Black and a plus-size woman. This resonated with the listeners, and she flourished even more.
I love Atlantic Records. They really taken care of me, and from the day I walked in that building, I met everyone from the top to the bottom, and they've really worked hard for me, and I've worked hard for them. So this is just a payoff. I'm about to drink some champagne and have fun and just make sure that next year I'm in the building as a nominee and a winner. And a winner!
In 2016, following a move to Los Angeles, Lizzo released her first major label solo EP, Coconut Oil 2016, in which she added more gospel to and featured the singles Worship and Good as Hell, and emphasized the themes of body positivity and self-love. On Instagram, she opened up about her depression, conveying that even the most confident people still struggle with their own insecurities. She emphasized the importance of being emotionally honest. Although Lizzo's experience is unfortunately not uncommon, her choice to speak out about her depression helps to destigmatize the condition and encourage others to talk about what they're going through. After the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement from 2013, and after 12-year-old boy Tamir Rice was murdered, Lizzo shut down. This prompted her to write My Skin, which was released in 2015.
Make it happen with that black girl magic, the hat trick off of what we must do. I woke up in this, I woke up in this, in my skin. I can't rush it away, so you can't take it from me. My brown skin. Yeah. Part of me just left a message to the city.
The song politicizes and, in a sense, weaponizes self-love and body positivity. She reflects on years of work she has done to unlearn the ways society told her to hate herself and how she overcame body dysmorphia. In October 2020, she told Vogue, "I want to make music that helps, because that's the way that I help. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I don't work in the government, I make music." She describes her music as medicine for others, but also for herself. She quickly became a source of inspiration as her career skyrocketed. The EP reached number 22 on Billboard's top R&B albums chart. Although it was a success, it failed to achieve the success level of her first two studio albums. The following year, she released the single Boys, toured with Florence plus the Machine, and appeared at the first plus-size outfit made for Fit's Future of Fashion runway show. In 2016, she also hosted Wonderland, a live music show on MTV, and she issued the singles Water Me and Truth Hurts in 2017. Although an empowering anthem, the song didn't make an impact, causing Lizzo to debate leaving music. On the day of the song's release, she described it as probably one of the darkest she had ever experienced in her career. She felt that this was her best song, but nobody cared. In 2018, the pressures of work led her to become emotionally drained and seek therapy. Lizzo's late teens and early 20s were marred by low self-esteem, worsened by a toxic lover's desire for a thin girlfriend when she was just 19. She would feel ugly without any makeup and would spend her first 20 years wishing she would wake up as another girl. But a reversal of fortunes was just around the corner. Lizzo returned with her third album, 'Cause I Love You, and she learned that the darkest days can turn into the greatest triumph.
Well, it's definitely recognition of, your impact this year, in this past year. And for me, it was really cool to be like, oh, I was impactful. Not only did I put out a good album, but I really showed the world who I was this year, and the world really fell in love with who that person was. So I think that's what it means to me. It's not like the best new artist that just came out, because I've been doing it forever, but it's like the best new artist to the world. Like, who was that fresh face that the world got to see this year, and I'm one of them. So it's really special.
In April 2019, she dazzled fans at the Coachella Music Festival and again in June 2019 at the Glastonbury Festival, where she brought up a pop of color to the stage. The singer wore a gigantic lilac tulle cape draped over a bright purple lustrous bodysuit, matching eyeshadow and her hair in a sleek high ponytail. In September 2019, Lizzo performed at the Bustle's 2019 Rule Breakers Festival, whose bigger mission is to celebrate music makers and trailblazers who are challenging the status quo and writing new rules.
At the festival, I'm really excited to have Lizzo. She is such a nonconformist and has been rewarded for that with a #1 single. Everybody sees how amazing she is, again, doing her own thing.
I love Lizzo, for instance, because she's just so genuinely confident, and she raises a lot of awareness.
The rules that I enjoy breaking, I just feel like everything I do kind of breaks the rules, because we had like 5 of them, and I don't exist within any of those parameters, so I am the broken rule. I don't care what people appreciate about me. I appreciate myself. We think we're being ourselves, but we're actually being programmed to try and be something else, or try to fit into a mold, or, subscribe to a brand, or, I think once we realize that this person that we've been trying to be, but we couldn't actually achieve, was not even us, and that the true us, you don't even have to try, I think that's the moment of liberation for me.
After winning the 2019 Video Music Awards with an empowering mix of her biggest hits, she attracted the support of music legend and one of her biggest inspirations, Beyoncé, at the Made in America Festival. Three nights before the Grammy Awards in early 2020, she was also seen in Los Angeles at Spotify's Best New Artist party with Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, and Rosalia.
Spotify's been a part of this journey since the beginning. I remember back when I had like 50,000 streams, Spotify let me into their offices and helped me see the charts and how, I could make my reach larger to the world globally. And we saw those numbers rise together. They've been a partner for a long time on this journey with my music. And now we're at astronomical numbers that I didn't even realize. I said 24 million what? Monthly listeners. So it's very surreal watching those numbers grow, but I watched them grow with Spotify, and they worked really hard to help me get there.
Then Lizzo signed a deal with Amazon Studios to work on content for Amazon Prime Video. In March 2022, the reality competition series Lizzo's Match Out for the Big Girls debuted on the platform, and it follows Lizzo as she auditions plus-size backup dancers to join her on her upcoming tour.
What's up, y'all? It's Lizzo. I'm looking looking for dancers to join me on my tour. Girls that look like me don't get representation. Time to pull up my sleeves and find them myself. We thick and we pretty and we know what we about. It's the battle of the big girls.
To be a background. Rumors was the first single Lizzo had put out since 2019. Featuring Cardi B, it came out in August 2021. Unfortunately, the release unleashed negative comments on social media, which Lizzo described as fatphobic, racist, and hurtful. However, the single still topped the Billboard R&B chart and reached number 4 on the Hot 100. In July 2022, she released her 4th album, Special, which became the highest charting album of her career and featured the hit single, About Damn Time. Produced by a creative team, the record found Lizzo exploring love in all its aspects. In August 2021, Lizzo delivered a TED Talk about the Black history of twerking, tracing it back to West African culture and body positivity. With her characteristic energy, she shares how the dance empowered her to love her own body.
We made twerking the global cultural phenomenon it has become today. Now, as a big Black woman who has ass, who can twerk, and who's been doing it her whole life, I kind of think I'm an expert on the subject. I want to add to the classical etymology of this dance because it matters. Black people will not be erased from the creation, the history, and the innovation of twerking. Thank you.
On New Year's Eve 2019, she recalled her lonely nights as a starving artist and shared with her fans a touching picture for her father's 12-year death anniversary. She wrote that the day he died, she cried herself to sleep alone in her car on Thanksgiving Day. Lizzo also posted a touching journal entry, writing, "As long as there's air in my lungs, you're here." You can't lose anyone you love, the journal reads. I hear your quiet voice in my head as I walk my path. And when I'm holding the mic so tightly, my fingers cramp and I'm afraid, you hold my hand. Being unapologetically herself, she is often criticized. After a Lakers game, she became the subject of online bullying once again when she wore a thong dress. But even in the face of adversity, she continues to fight back in an inspiring way and stands up against body shaming. From her efforts, she has delivered countless anthems and motivational quotes to keep her fans on the track toward better body positivity. On Instagram, she has become one of the most influential people to follow, embracing her beauty, normalizing her dimples, lumps, as well as stretch marks.
I want you to know that whatever you're going through, if it doesn't feel good, that you will feel good again. And you have whatever it takes to feel good again. You are capable. You deserve to feel good as hell.
Even her flute, named after Beyoncé's Sasha Fierce alter ego, has its own Instagram account with hundreds of thousands of followers. In April 2022, Lizzo launched her own shapewear brand, Yitty, in collaboration with Fabletics. The inclusive line is described as no shame, smile-inducing shapewear with sizes ranging from 6X to extra small. In May of 2022, the sight of Lizzo in a Tom Brown's outfit would have been eventful on its own. But she brought it to the next level when she climbed up the gala red carpet with an impromptu flute performance. In August 2022, she released a new video for the song To Be Loved, picking up on the visuals of the Truth Hurts music video and exploring her thought process while she debates staying single or putting herself out there. She reflects on conflicting emotions, knowing her worth while still having doubts. Back in her early 20s, young Lizzo faced a life of emptiness, self-hatred, and self-loathing. In February 2020, she was Rolling Stone's cover star, radiating confidence. She knew she had to change, and she chose to live. Today, she exudes confidence, joy, and beauty, and has now become a role model for body positivity, self-love, and empowerment.
Well, a playlist is a really special thing. A playlist is the soundtrack of your life, your heart, that moment you're going through, and someone has to put you on their playlist. So that means the world to me. I can sit up and say, oh, I make self-love music. That don't mean shit unless somebody actually learns to love themselves while playing your song. So the fact that, you know, people have felt like my music was worthy of their self-love playlist and they put me in the soundtrack of their life is a big deal, and it shows that, you know, what I'm doing is really working.
It is fair to say that Lizzo made it on top of the world thanks to her infectious music and feel-good energy. The singer is now dominating the pop space, all while being relentlessly uplifting on her own terms. After years of self-doubt and struggle, her transformation and the recognition she has achieved make her meteoric rise to international stardom remarkable. Lizzo's story so far is one of resilience and persistence. What she does best? She reminds everyone that loving yourself should never be a choice, but a decision born out of necessity. You are beautiful, you can do anything is her mantra. Although the charismatic and inspiring Grammy-winning singer says she doesn't want to be seen as brave for her body, rather, she wants to be celebrated for her music. When it comes to self-love, body confidence, and general sassiness, Lizzo reigns supreme. As she continues to make a positive impact in the world, all eyes are now on her.
The rules that I enjoy breaking, I mean, I just feel like everything I do kind of breaks the rules because we had like 5 of them, you know, and I don't exist within any of those parameters, so I am the broken rule. I don't care what people appreciate about me. I appreciate myself. I mean, we think we're being ourselves, you know, but we're actually being programmed to try and be something else or try to fit into a mold or, you know, subscribe to a brand or, you know. I think once we realize that this person that we've been trying to be, but we couldn't actually achieve was not even us, and that the true us, you don't even have to try, I think that's the moment of liberation for me.